It's all for you. Yeah, yo. There whenever it matters, and even more when you feel like it doesn't. Protect you so you never feel like you wasn't. Know I'm right alongside you. Either that or I'm behind you, but always got you. End of discussion, nothing means more. First one to offer is shoulders for what you reach for. Thought I saw the eyes of the world until I seen yours. And know that I ain't see a better view yet. I'm with whatever, so don't ever you fret. Know that you covered, not a hurdle or a heartbreak. A change what a partake, cause none of them won't ever get comfortable in your walkway. My job is to aware you, fully loaded, prepare you for all of the above that I'm never letting get near you. But still in all, give you every advantage I found. Couldn't find a better fit for them, along with my crown. And since the baton was passed, I've been down. Cause failing's not an option, and dad is not a noun, not at all.
You ever get happy about a situation and a little nervous and scared at the same time? It's my daughter's turn to cook, y'all, so I'm happy. Cause I don't got to cook. You hear me? Look at all these seasoning spices back here. Some of my favorite things. I love hot sauce, pepper, salt. That let me know she know how to season food. Seasoning is very important. Check this out. I like that because I like seasoning. You can season food if you're halfway there, right? I was thinking maybe we got some wings because I told her I wanted some wings. See all the seasons. This is perfect for some wings. But now I'm not sure if it's wings just because I see this. It might not be wings, right? See, you know, we got this. So I'm figuring maybe we're going to do like Hispanic Mexican night or something. I'm down with that too. I like that. I like tacos. I've never seen anything be cooked on $3.95. You've never seen any cooking excursions that cook it on $3.95. Nothing cooks on $3.95. But I'm hungry. I'm going to see what's in the oven. Y'all want to see what's in there with me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's done. Bruh. All right. This may be the most savage comment I heard all day. I like sometimes saying I'm going to take the kid's phone, but to go in there and enter the wrong passcode enough times to shut the phone down for a while, that's some straight up parenting 3.0. That's some straight up make the kids mad and act surprised. That's like the equivalent of when a kid breaks something and then like put it back together so it's not broke, and so when you touch it, it breaks. That's the equivalent of drinking all of the orange juice and putting it back in the fridge. All I'm saying is that's petty, and I like it. I think my little girl had a bad day at school today, or maybe she just got a lot on her mind. I mean, stressful day for an 11-year-old, I guess. I heard the water running, so I came up here to turn the water off. This what I seen. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. Now, she done made a bubble bath. Okay, you trying to relax. A nice little cheese plate. Look at that. But this is where I don't know what's going on. Who showed my little girl how to make mimosas? Look at this. That's sparkling grape juice, right? Right? And orange juice. You know you mix them two together. That's mimosas. Who been drinking mimosas with my little girl? And look, okay, that's enough. I was already laughing. This ain't even her first bottle. This is her second one. Look, this was empty. She done killed one, and she done went back. She done went back in the fridge, and she got it nothing. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing though. I'm gonna let her do her thing. Cause we all get stressed out sometimes, and we need to eat a cheese plate and drink mimosas.
Hello, a little static there.
What about now?
Hello.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
A little.
Let me see.
I can hear you a little bit. It's a little lag.
Let me get closer to my Wi-Fi then. Let me hook it up.
You got the access to the password from your kids?
Yeah, I had. That's how you gotta get it, man. Damn.
What's going on, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. It's rough, man. Trying to make it.
I feel you, brother. All right, before we start the interview, I think it's only right if I start off with the intro. So I'm going to play the intro. Let me know if you like it, all right?
Good thing, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me know if you can hear it. Because you grew up in that sound back in the days, too. You can hear it?
Yep.
Yeah. There whenever it matters, and even more when you feel like it doesn't. Protect you so you never feel like you wasn't. Know I'm right alongside you. Either that or I'm behind you, but always got you. End of discussion. Nothing means more. First one to offer is shoulders for what you reach for. Thought I saw the eyes of the world until I seen yours. And know that I ain't seen a better view yet. I'm on whatever, so don't ever you fret. Know that you covered, not a hurdle or a heartbreak to change what a partake. None of them won't ever get comfortable in your walkway. My job is to obey you, fully loaded, prepare you for all of the above that I'm never letting get near you. But still in all, give you every advantage I found. Couldn't find a better fit for them, along with my crown. And since the baton was passed, hopping down, spelling's not an option, and dad is not a noun, not God. My message.
Welcome everybody to Dad is Not a Now. My name is Ishmael. I have a special guest. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Sky Zoo and Ameriguy who did that track for me, so I really appreciate them for doing that. I got the man, the funny man. I found him on TikTok. This guy is killing it. The brother's fire. I have no other than Brandon Rainwater. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? What's going on? So what did you think about the intro?
No, man, it's fun, man. That's right up my alley, man. Kind of like some Wu-Tang and stuff, all mixed in together. Yeah, we're looking juvenile, 400 degrees. Look, no, I'm all about that.
I'm just saying, I saw it in your face. I saw that head nod. You know when it's dope, when your head start nodding to it, you don't say no word, you just head nodding to it. You're like,
How you do? Lean close and be like, okay. All right, bet. Yeah, I rock it.
But how you been, brother? How you doing? How's the family?
Not bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Making the best out of this quote-unquote half quarantine, not quarantine. I guess I need to take the quarantine for making TikTok.
Right?
I wasn't for it in, man. I didn't even do TikTok. I was strictly Facebook, a little bit of Instagram, but like TikTok show you love. You feel me? Like you do good on TikTok, they show you love.
Yeah, man. Because it's all about the algorithm too. Like it's kind of weird. Like you can be linked to Instagram, you don't get no followers, and then you go on TikTok, your followers start building. You add your TikTok, your Instagram to your TikTok, and then people follow to your Instagram. So it's kind of weird how it works, but when you break it down, it's like the what's that word I'm looking for? Like the levees break and the water just start flowing. You know what I mean?
Because I've been getting like a lot more followers on Instagram, and they're coming from TikTok. And I think the thing is like people on your Instagram, like they know you personally. A lot of them on my Instagram, they know you personally. So like they look at you like, oh yeah, man, he a clown, but they don't really look at it. People who don't know you, they look at it like, yo, that's funny, that's talented, and they follow you a different way. You feel me? So like, so when they come to your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they're like, yo, this guy hilarious. Yeah, man, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm gonna drop me a video soon. I got a video.
You gotta be careful with that, man. You don't want to give everybody everything, so you want to be like, you want to drop like a mixtape. You know what I mean? Drop a mixtape on TikTok.
Yeah, dude, that's what I do now, man. I drop it on TikTok. I wait a couple days. I'll drop it on Instagram, and I'll drop it on Facebook. So you want to catch it first, you got to go over the TikTok.
That's right, man.
I know it's bad, but it is. That's how I got to do it right now.
No, I feel you got to find a way to monetize it too, because it's your content. Yep. And, we live in a world where, not unfortunately, but I love seeing that Black fathers are going viral, which is dope everywhere. But I kind of see it like Pokemon. I don't let me go where I'm going. Like fathers dancing with children. I choose you, and they throw it out on social media. It goes viral. Then another thing and another thing. And unfortunately, what happens is when it goes viral, they find out at the last minute. So they, don't have the opportunity to like take advantage of it, because they'll find out at the last minute, and then it gets over with, and then they don't have that opportunity to monetize that opportunity they had when it went viral.
Absolutely. No, that makes 100% sense. Like somebody was asking me about tips and stuff. I said, just keep posting, because you never know what's going to take off. You know what I'm saying? Try to post once a day if possible. Interact with people, of course. But it's still, whenever TikTok wanted to go, they want to go. What they say is everything is on the For You page, right?
Yeah.
So according to how many people come in on it fast, they come in and watch your video all the way. That what gets your video, keep putting it, okay, we did good, let's put it up there again, let's put it again, put it again. So like, you just have those people come on I mean, I could post the same video that I post on TikTok, like 1 million views. I posted on Facebook 100.
Yeah.
one no comment, ha 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 100. I'm like,
Right.
go back where you like me at.
And it's crazy how how algorithms get manipulated. Like you put a hashtag Black Father, and then comes up it's like this boy band Asian group dancing, which has nothing to do with Black Father, but is a part of that ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah. They're just, but people can jump onto a hashtag, That's what I try not to do too, man. I use hashtags that have to do with me. You know what I'm saying? What I look like, Sunny said something like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't to do with me. Yeah, Facebook. Somebody said Facebook is training. Yeah, Facebook.
No, it is.
Facebook will make you feel real humble. Be thinking you talented. I'm like, man, maybe I need to go.
Right.
Get some humbleness, man, with the quickness. So, you know, like you said, though, you just got to fix you. Try to take advantage of it. Be ready for it when it do happen. If you do go viral, you know.
No, I feel you, man. And then also with your name, Brandon Rainwater, is that your name or is that like a comedy name?
Because when name,
because when I see your name, I'm thinking of it's like an R&B singer name.
No.
You know what I mean, like Billy Ocean.
Like, man, you should use. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna change my name. I'm not gonna use nothing else. I feel like my name's stuff, and I get it a lot. They're like, really, your name? I'm like, yeah, that's legit. My real name. Just roll with that and just go with that, man. And just like with content, man, just whatever you like doing, just do it. Whether it's you taking videos of you cooking food, whether it's you taking videos of you just talking, eventually, if you keep doing it, somebody who like what you're doing will eventually grab onto it and then go from there. Because I got videos that got, you know, when I first started, I got videos that had 10 views, 100 views, and I'm just like, bruh. Then I post one on my earlier videos my daughter last night, and that thing, all it takes is one.
Yeah, man. And then also going back to that point too, I think the big thing is how do you direct that traffic to your site?
Yeah.
Because you can't monetize really on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. You know, you want to use it, but you want to use it as a way to bring people to what you're doing. So, and those are the things I'm trying to learn too. Like there's a couple of tricks and trades I'm trying to learn where I want to get people right to my YouTube page or other things I'm going to. So have you had any idea of like what's like for you in general, just to get people to go to maybe to your YouTube page to see some of your stand-up comedy?
Well, the biggest thing I've seen some people do, and it's like with some of the stuff that I do, let's say it's a minute clip, but you know, you say, hey guys, go check it out for the full longer clip, or maybe bloopers or whatever. So you have to make a shorter version on TikTok. But if it's a minute, make it 20 to 30 seconds. Come over to the other site and finish. So our post different content, which is hard to post different on every site. There's so many sites you can be on now. You know, you got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and you know, heck, even Pinterest, man. You know, it's so many sites you can be on. So it's hard, man. But like that's the best thing to do. Put your link up there. You trying to pull them over from one to the other. Just give them enough of it to get your point across, and I'll hey, full clip here. And some of them will come over there. Maybe not all, but you'll get some of them.
Right, and like you said, it goes back to creating like this form of ecosystem for yourself personally, where you use the different social media sites, all together to eventually get to that bottom line, which is what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the most important things. But also, too, man, have you ever had anyone tell you look like Jimmy Butler a little bit? Jimmy Butler.
Which one is it? The Baby, not the Baby, a baby, one of them. That's like I would hear the Jimmy Butler every now and then, but then when I got on TikTok, more, oh, you look like the Baby, oh, you look like Jimmy Butler. They be thinking like, oh man, I was like, nah, bro, I see it.
Right.
Like I see it, yeah, I see it. Jimmy Butler look older though. I'm older.
You ever had someone ask you like, why you out of the bubble? Can I get your autograph?
Right. They be asking, man. Like, they be really, like, I hear it all the time. Somebody say, like, yo, Jimmy Butler. I'm like, yeah. Like, Jimmy Butler doing that if he out here with you at McDonald's.
Right.
Get 2 for $5.
Right. But let's you're an 80s baby, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Tell me how you fell in love with comedy from an early start.
Oh man, like really, man, like been kind of like class cracking jokes and stuff. It's big in my family. Like when we get together for dinners and stuff, that's what we do. Everybody kind of get around, tell the funniest stories and whatnot. My uncle was excellent at it, telling his stories. So it was like a challenge to tell funnier stories to him. So you actually be thinking before you go to a family cookout. How can I tell a story than him? Because he could tell the same story, but just tell it so many different variations and so smooth. It was always funny. So when I started telling my stories, I was like, telling my grandma, I was like, yo, I'm the king. I'm the king now. And she was like, but you ain't gonna do nothing with it. It don't matter. So I was like, I started trying to do a little bit of comedy here and there, man. That's how it started, bro.
Because it kind of paints a picture in my head. Like, remember Eddie Murphy Raw? I think it was Raw. And remember in the beginning, you had like Samuel L. Jackson as the uncle. They had them sit around the living room, and they had like the family. You Got Talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So was it like that a little bit?
Yeah, man. For the most part, yeah, man. But the only difference is everybody in there telling jokes. Like we eat in the kitchen, and we all come to the living room. TV's on, but ain't nobody really watching it. And somebody be like, "Hey, remember?" And then boom, a story starts. Then another story starts. Then these people tell a story, and everybody's sitting kind of waiting for their turn to tell a story, and you hope it's funny. And like if it ain't funny, you don't get booed or nothing. But it's just like they be looking forward to the story's funny. They're like,
right.
Time about when you said such stuff. Oh yeah, I said story. And then you just boom. And it's still everybody with excitement. So yeah, man. Like you know how it is, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. But did that help you with having thick skin when you get to school? Because when you get to school, people can be cruel. So you could take it.
Man, 100%.
Because if you could take it at home, you could take it anywhere.
100%, man. Like stuff that people would call like bullies and stuff. That's just what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle teased me and picked at me. I had an older brother. He teased me and picked at me. We all went over my grandma's house and we had other older cousins and stuff. This is where we went after school. So you were picked at, teased, beat up. You know what I'm saying? Not hard, but they beat you up rough all the time. So when you went to school, like someone like pick at you and stuff, you never thought it was bullying. You thought, oh, okay, let's go. We about to crack the joke.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you ugly. Oh, that's it. That's all you got. I'm ugly, but blah, 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 blah. And it didn't bother you, man. So I was like, yo, man, that's what I do. Like, you want to crack the joke? Like, let's do it. So and growing up in the 80s, man, like I always tell people, man, in my opinion, I feel like the 80s was the last time when you could tease someone or pick at them and they didn't call it bullying.
That's right.
They're like, oh, no, man, you can't do that. That's bullying. Like, nah, man, that's part of growing up. Like, you look, I remember getting picked up for one and everything, bro.
So tell me, going back to that nostalgia, back in those days, mama jokes was like the thing. You get your crew together and your guys tell mama jokes. Tell me one of your, like, if you can remember some of your favorite mama jokes. Your mama joke.
Like I remember like when we used to hear ones like your mama so fat was, man, like your mama so fat, or your mama so what was your mama so dumb. Somebody told her it was it was something outside. And when it was chilly outside, she went and got a pole. That used to be so stupid. Somebody told her it was chilly outside. She went to the house with a pole. Like when that one came out, one was zinging that one, man. That was on. And then the teachers, if somebody, like, you had something to get mad, the teacher was like, well, does he know your mom for real? They don't have work in the black community. Like, you don't got to know my mom. You talk about my mom, we got to fight. Like,
right.
Nah, bro, we ain't doing none of your mama jokes. Do your aunt, do your dad, your cousin jokes.
Right?
Leave them your mama jokes. Like, yeah, so yeah, nah, your mama jokes was lit back then, man. Wow.
For real. And it was cool thing about it is that it was creative too, but at the same time, it like sometimes it recycle yourself and it gets kind of whack. Like, yo, I heard that before.
Yeah.
Boo. You know what I mean?
You had to be creative. I used to do like what I call my head. I called it like rap. Well, I wouldn't let you respond. My jokes have to be. I have to give it like one or two, but I would say so many jokes so fast about you that you still laughing about the one or two that was funny. The other ones, they're just funny because I'm saying them so fast. You know, just boom, 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 and they're like, "Yo, don't." Yeah, man, I love, man. Tell people now, man. So I try to crack it, this is what I do.
And then from and from there, when did you knew and when you had that confidence, like, you know what, I can make this a living, I can do this. So when was that moment of time?
Man, it was actually.
I can't hear you. Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know if the volume low. No, I can't hear you. The volume low. I don't know. Yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Yeah, I have my volume up, but I can't hear you. All right. Hey, guys. We've got a little technical difficulties. Brando will be back on. I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation so far. I think this is funny. And then also, we're talking about a lot of deep stuff, too. Yeah, I can't hear you. Okay. All right, give us a moment. Little technical difficulties. But yeah, this brother is hilarious, man. I've watched a couple of his YouTube videos. This dude, he brings the heat, man. He definitely brings the fire, man. And I love how he incorporates his stories of growing up as a kid, as well as but yeah, he's a hilarious dude, man. I see, like,
Yeah,
hello? Yeah, I can hear you better, brother. I can hear you. we just had a little intermission. Just a little bit. But yeah, finish what you were saying when you found out that you could make a living from being a comedian.
Yeah, man. Like it was like it's a transition, at least for me, from being funny to knowing that you're talented. You know, because like it's a lot of people, but don't have the talent to do it on stage and make it transition where everyone can recognize it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference in being funny at the cookout, being a funny guy at work, and being able to transition it on stage. So, like, it took me a while to like realize how talent, no different than a great basketball player, a doctor, a nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's a talent that everyone cannot do. And like, I've been doing comedy now for about years, and probably about 2 years ago, it kind of like eventually clicked that like, this is a real skill, this is a real talent that everyone can't do it. And it took me going to a lot of shows and watching other comics, and I'm like, yo, why can't you just get up there and be funny every time? Like, I don't get it. And then like it started to resonate, like, yo, it's a bunch of people in the NBA, but it's only one this person or one of that person. Everyone is not going to be on the level, same skill or same talent. But then I start to appreciate my skill and talent even more, you know.
Right. So take me back to that one moment in time, like when you maybe the first time you were on stage, or numerous times. That day when when everything just clicked all together. Do you remember that date and time when? Because every comedian had that one date in their head or that time where everything clicked.
Oh yeah, I remember it, man. It was I was actually in the competition, and it was a lot more seasoned coming in the competition. They were actually coming like an hour and a half away to my and winning the competition every month. Boom, boom, boom. They were winning, and then like I got up on stage, went to the competition, man, and I just went off the top of my head, a couple jokes off the top of my head, and I did a little bit from my routine. And it's 5 categories that you win. Boom. I won all 5 categories. I won the competition, you know, and I was like, yo. And they was like, this is the first time anyone's ever swept the whole entire competition. And
Wow.
done it since then, but I was the first, you know. And I was like, yo, this is the first time anyone has swept the whole entire competition. It was like, man, you were on a crowd face, on comics, on overall, you know, everything that you can win. I won all the categories, and I was like, yo, wow, maybe I'm doing something. And after that, I started more and more shows. People started to say, yo, Brandon's funny. Started getting booked here and there. So it was, they kind of put me on, at least in my area, you know. Yeah, they did.
And then how did that transition? Because you did movies, and then also you were on stage with some comedy legends like Dick Gregory and Sinbad. So talk about that a little bit.
Okay, well, like it all funny, like a lot of opportunities that I first were like quick, last minute, didn't know they was going to happen. For the Dick Gregory show, that was a little bit after I won the competition. I had just got off from work and at the house, and I got an email from the club that's here, and it was like, "Hey, how good is your 20-minute set?" And I was like, "Good," you know. At the time, I had only did like 15 minutes, so 20 minutes.
Right.
Difference between 15 minutes and 20 minutes is only 5 minutes, but coming, that's a long time. You know what I mean? Especially, I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good." So I go up there and they say, well, look, come out here and open up tonight with Dick Gregory. What? Yo, so, you know, I'm excited. And I go down there and say, hey, what's up, Gregory? And he's real cool, laid back. I was like, hey, they from Comedy Club, they said you wanted to open up. I was like, what time would you like to do? He said, young man, do however much time you need.
Wow.
I'm Dick Gregory. They ain't going nowhere. I said, okay.
You know what that reminded me of? Of Dave Chappelle with Rick James. I'm Rick James.
Legit, he was like, man, do as much time as you like. This is my cat. Watch out. He said, like, as you like. He was like, it doesn't matter, man. He's like, man, do it. He said, you want to do 10 minutes, do 10. You want to do 30, do 30. You want to do an hour, do an hour. He said, they're going to, I'm Dick Gregory. Have fun, man.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom. Did about 30 minutes, man. It was dope. And then, you know, same thing, man, with the Sinbad at that time. Like, hey, man, looking for a last minute. You want to come and do it? I was like, yeah. And a lot of opportunities that I got was just being in the right place at the right time. When I got the movie, one of my friends hit me up, and he was like, hey, it's this movie, man. You can come there. They're looking for extras. I was like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah. They pay us like $50 and they're gonna feed. I was like, dude. So I went to get some food. You know, I wouldn't even get $50. And I was like, I'm gonna go get this $50 to get me some food. So I go out there and it was like, yo, you got a nice look. Read these lines. I was like, all right, cool. I read the lines and I was like, cool. We're gonna put you in the movie. You're gonna have a speaking role. You're gonna have this little fight part. I was like, for real? So that's and like, so I guess like you gotta always be ready and be prepared, man. I guess, but that's, you know, even being prepared, I wasn't prepared for that. I'm coming down there just because he told me you're gonna stand around for about an hour. They're gonna feed us, and we're gonna get $50. I was like, bruh, sign me up. Like, I'm done. Pretty much you're gonna feed me to eat. He said you don't gotta do nothing. Stand right here. So that's how my first little movie one happened. I had another one. I'm in this movie called Blackberry. It's on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I'm in like the first 10 or 15 minutes of it. You can go in there and see it. I got a little 2-minute role, but I'm on there. I'm on Netflix. I can say that.
That's right. Not a lot of people can say that. So when you see him, just pause it.
Yeah,
and take a picture of it. Put it on Instagram. Tag him. But I think the awesome thing about it is that going back to your childhood, that kind of prepare you for that. You know what I mean? Even though, you say you only had like 15 minutes, you're like, yeah, I got 20 minutes. But you know, you said you only had 15, but your early days that kind of prepared you for anything else.
Right.
So I think that kind of in a way, it's not all about the it's all about the preparation, and you
Yeah.
were prepared for this moment already. It was just the opportunities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then also, do you have like, because I know the one thing about when it comes to like successful comedians, there's like a ecosystem, like a clique. You know, if you go back to like Eddie Murphy, you had Keenan Ivory Wayans, you had Robert Townsend, you had Paul Mooney, you had this clique, and they all looked out for each other. Do you have that kind of
Yeah.
clique?
Yeah, I get a couple comics in my area that we kind of roll with. As a matter of fact, it's just it's called Jab. You know what I'm saying, like all of us just put together, you know, and it's just some other comics who are just as talented. You know, I'll put in the comments, you know, just like, hey, we want to have a good show. Put that together, and you kind of do, like, you can not have a background following like that, but it's better to do that. Because they can represent you represent them, and it's easier. Like, hey, you enjoyed me, well, I know you can't bring me right back next week. Bring my homie back, and so on and so on. Oh, you think I'm talented? You got any extra parts? You know. So yeah, it's good. It's definitely good, man. Like to do that, man, and like jump on that social media. Real.
For real. There was a gentleman there that said he didn't hear because it got cut out. The name of the film is called Black Bear, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, Black Bear.
Just to give you a heads up out there, people. All right, let's go back into your early childhood, man. I love what you did on Netflix. You had your Ass Whooping Chronicles. I call it Ass Whooping Nostalgia. So so take me back to those days, because you're like the younger brother, I do believe, or the middle brother.
It's four of us. So I got an older brother, then me, then two under me. So I'm like right there in that crazy middle spot. You know what I mean? Right there in that crazy middle spot like that, man. So it was like my older brother, like, you know, he didn't care about getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't care about getting in trouble. I cared about getting in trouble, but still wanted to do stuff that the older brothers did. Like I tell everybody, man, it's not a spanking or whipping that I got when I was little that I didn't ask for. I knew it was coming. Like I was never surprised because I was like, oh yeah, that was, I got it for that. You know, so like I ain't, like I said, man, like now most parents, man, including myself, man, we soft. We don't do the stuff that we used to. Our parents we let our kids get away with way more stuff than we ever got to be able to get away with. You know, like even if it's just simple stuff, like talking to you when you talking to somebody else. I ain't never talked to my parents when they talk to somebody else. My parents used to say stuff like, children are to be seen, not heard. Period.
Right.
Yeah. Period, man.
He said, he sucked that in basketball. Derek Browning, do you know Derek Browning?
Yeah, I know Derek. Yeah.
Oh no, you got to meet him on the court or something, man. You got to prove yourself, man. He just embarrassed you right there, man.
I used to play basketball a little bit, way back in the day, man. I moved like an hour away from where I lived at, and then when I moved up here, like was like the first time where you seen like I myself seen like a real thug up close. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I ain't saying like where I lived that didn't have thugs, but I ain't
right.
seen it close. So like I was playing basketball like in the court up here, and then like somebody like set their gun down. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a real gun. I ain't never seen one up close. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I didn't think I can play basketball anymore. I didn't know how we got down. I didn't know how to do that. Just bring a gun to the court. Like, this is cool. And no one was shocked by it. Everyone was acting like normal. I was like, this is not the basketball court I need to be at.
Yeah. For real, on a personal level, I'll be like, should I just let him win? Because let's say, you know, I'm not on his team. If I lose, am I gonna get shot?
Bro, I got out of there, man. Like after that, man, I was like, yo, this is legit serious. Like y'all like here, everybody was cool with it. Like, I ain't never seen nobody smoke weed in person before, none of that. You know, I came from a small town, man. Like, you know,
Right.
people smoke weed, but to see somebody smoke weed and roll it up in front of you was shocking. You know,
Right.
like in the open where everybody could see it. I was like, yo, bro, I was like, bro, it's people out here. Like, you just
Right.
smoke weed and stuff in front of you. You're going to bust a cigar or whatever down right now. You just going to roll up. Now, I don't want none. I'm good. I didn't know you could do that out here in public. I was terrified of that, man. I was like terrified of that. So I was like, man, I ain't coming out here shooting ball no more. That's it. My first and last time I'm coming out there, man. So.
Oh man, but yeah, going back to the Aspen Chronicles, tell me about the glistening belt that's on the on what was it on the door?
That was like real legit, man. Like my dad had a belt, man, and that belt stayed on the doorknob, like it never moved. It just sit right there on the doorknob. Like I said, man, probably one of the workers' belt from any worker that's ever worked probably wore a belt like that. The belt was probably like this thick, which don't seem like it's thick, but that's thick for a belt, you know. So like he would use that belt, man. It didn't even have no buckle. Like he wore it to the buckle broke, and then after that, it just became a butt whipping belt. And that's all that belt was there for, man. He was like, yo, what is this belt? Like he lost it one time, man, and he was like legit hurt. Like he was legit hurt and upset they couldn't find his belt. He was like, will you help me look for my belt? I was like, no. Like, I'm not gonna help you look for
Like, why am I going to
you know how many like you know how many times I've seen that belt? I've been on the wrong end of that belt. I'm not about to help you look for that. He was like, just help me look for it. I can't find it nowhere. I was like, it's good. Like, and I knew what happened to the belt, but I knew how he lost it. He didn't lose it. We got it. And after so many butt whippings, we took it and hid it. Because he left it out. He usually would spank you with it, wrap the belt back up, put it in his back pocket, and go put it up. One day, he got exhausted off the butt whippings and set the belt down and left. And the belt sat there for like 2 days. And I was like, bro, that belt's sitting there tomorrow. I'm taking it. We're going to throw it in the trash. So I took the belt, got on the bus with it, gave it to my friend, and told my friend, when you get home, throw this in your trash. I don't want to. I felt like if I threw it in my trash, my dad would find it. You feel me? So I gave it to my cousin. He took it home, threw it in his trash. You know, and that was the end of that belt. And my dad looked for belts like that belt. Like,
right.
I know he was looking for belts like it because we would go to Walmart and stuff, and he'd be like,
right.
It was bad, man. Like somebody had lost his best friend or something. I was like, damn.
Yo, that's like you gave away the He-Man sword.
yeah, that's what happened, bro. He weren't like we still got spankings, but it wasn't the same to him anymore. It took like his armor away. He was like, come on in and get this.
Right.
He just wasn't the same to him no more. And I ain't asking you to help him find a belt.
Talk about the switch story. Like one of your brothers got in trouble and your father's like, go get me a switch.
Oh yeah,
and you felt like the most glorious switch. Talk about that.
That's how it was, man. Like with 3 brothers, like my dad would always like he knew because with brothers you always fighting and going at each other.
Right.
My dad was like, yo, go get a switch for your brother. And like you would try to catch your brother before he went. I'm like, hey, look, bro, I didn't get no big switch when you got the last whooping. So just get a normal switch. Don't get no big switch. Because it was like, nah, bro, you did get a big switch. You did get a big switch when I got my whipping. So I'm going out here and I'm gonna get the biggest switch I could find. And my brother went out, man, and he got like this switch, man. It was like this beautiful switch, you know what I'm saying? At least to my dad. It was 3 switches going out, and my dad like braided it together. My dad braided the switches together. He was all happy too, and it was a nice tight braid too.
It's perfect.
It's nice, right? And he didn't spank me with it. Then it didn't break. Most time a switch will break. It didn't break.
Right.
He used it again on my brother. That switch was around for a long time too. I just had to finally just reach right there and grab it and just break it. I was like, you ain't hit me with this switch no more. Next spanking, I'm breaking that switch. I just gotta take one for the team or something.
That's the switch from the ancestors.
Yeah, man, it was a rough switch. Man. Like I said, man, like I tell people, man, don't feel like every spanking I got, I know why I got it. Ain't right. I know I was cutting up. Like I got a couple warnings before, but it was just like, nah, Like, don't do nothing else. I'm like, I'm gonna do something. It's just when I'm gonna do it.
Right. Yeah, because one of my stories is that, I did get a whooping when I was little too. Like the one I remember the most is that we act up in the mall. We were in like a Lane Bryant at the mall in Jersey, and we were acting up. And my mom had enough and started whooping us inside Lane Bryant.
Yep.
In front of everybody.
Yep. I remember one time getting a whipping because I think we was running late. We was headed to church. We was running late. And my mom was like, well, I guess we ain't gonna be able to make it today. And I said, yes, woo! She said, oh, you think that? Oh, you happy to go to church? I was like, nah, I'm just like happy because we finna go back home and watch cartoons on Sunday. She's like, nah, you happy you can't go to church? I'm finna make you sad. I was like, oh man, you got a whooping to celebrate. But as like I wasn't celebrating, we were going to church. I was celebrating, I was going back home. But I was like, woo, yeah, we ain't going. And she's like,
right.
Want to celebrate something now? I was like, no, that's not what I was celebrating. Let me explain. You want to celebrate? Come and get this whooping. Like, thank you. So that's how that was, man.
But that's the one thing too is that again, we live in a different society where parents is like you do that they're gonna call diapers on you. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's a new society that we live in today, and that's the way the world is. And I understand it because there are parents that's take it to that extreme level, and they don't need their kids. They definitely should get their kids taken away from them.
Absolutely.
But now that you have kids, what are some of the things that your parents installed into you that you install to your kids? Because I know you have those moments where you have those father moments that you learn from your dad. Like you want to get a belt, but you're like, what? There's a different alternative.
Well, see, and the thing is, man, like I feel like at least back then, and the kids were. I'm not saying kids aren't hard headed and bad now, but like parents were under a lot of more stress then. You know what I'm saying? So now there's a lot more stuff. Everyone's like, hey, don't be stressed out, don't do this. So you're more aware of stress and stuff. So. I would like push my parents' buttons and stuff. So like I would push their buttons to the point where they come home, they tired. I'm being So but like with my kids, I usually could just like I said, probably between my son and my daughter together, man. My son's 19 now, my daughter's 11. I'll probably maybe 4 or 5 spankings their entire life to put together. And that was for like some crazy stuff where like, hey, you almost hurt yourself, you almost killed yourself. You got to know this is bad, But like I said, so I kind of instilled the same stuff like my parents and me, I'm disciplined, I'm like, hey, but most of the stuff I can get across to them by talking to them, just like, hey, don't do that no more. And I catch them early, but they may be sneaky, but I was sneakier as a kid. Like, my parents would tell me something, and as soon as they tell me like, hey, be simple stuff, my dad was like, hey, don't go too far up the road because, I can't see you up there. And I'd be like, well, everybody else going for up the road. As soon as you go to the house, I'm going for up the road. So it's boom, you get a spanking for it. I tell my kids, I'm like, hey, you can go. Instead of saying you can't go up the road, I'm like, hey, you can go up the road before as you want to. Let me know. I'll come outside too. But back then, parents weren't trying to. They just work 10 or 12-hour shifts. They do a little something with you, but at the same time, they like, boy, go sit down. We working 2 jobs, trying to see so I can see you. Don't make me do nothing extra. I got to do anything extra out of my comfort zone. You get it. So, But yeah, man, so that's it, man. I'm lucky because my parents are still involved in like my kids stuff now. So they kind of see some of the, get some of the ways and stuff that my parents raised me, just that firmness and stuff so it helps, but most of the time, man, like I said, I could just get away with a stern talking to him, a good look, like, hey, bro, just chill. You know better than that. And that, like my dad worked on my younger brothers. My dad could do that with them, but me, my older brother, oh, nah, you tell us to not do something. That's a challenge. Like, that's a challenge to us. Like, don't be jumping and playing in the house. Y'all want to play wrestling? Like, as soon as he leave.
Right.
About that. Caring about no rules. Like we had a wrestling match. We thought my dad was gone. We had a wrestling match I'm slamming my brother against the wall.
Right.
You know, I feel a belt on my back. I'm thinking it's my
right.
Hey, who hit me with a belt? I turn around, it's my dad. He's like, oh, y'all want to play wrestling? Tag me in. I was like, I told y'all not to be playing in my house. In the house. I was like, hey. But like I said, we asked for it. Like, you know,
right.
He just left. Like, legit. We didn't even let him get out the road, up the road good. He walked out, got in his truck. We looked. I was like, bet, it's wrestling time. I boom, slammed my brother. He come back to the house because he forgot his wallet. And he had wrestling going on in the back. I'm slamming my brother up against the wall. Boom, boom, boom. My dad walked by there. And I should have known something up. My brother was like, chill, we shouldn't be wrestling. I was like,
right.
Because he said my dad.
right.
Chill, we shouldn't be wrestling in here, man. Chill. Dad said don't wrestle. I was like, nah, you said you want it. It's on now. Bam, bam. Wow. Hit me with that belt. I was like, yo, who hit people with belts?
I know. That's not supposed to be a part of the match.
Yeah, man, I turned around. My dad's like, did I tell y'all not wrestling in the house? I'm like, yo,
right. Yo, going back to nostalgia, do you remember the Pile Driver album from WWF?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
Did y'all guys use that as intro before y'all wrestled? Because me and my brother did before we wrestled.
Man, we do all of it. We thought we was Ric Flair, Jake the Snake, Hogan for a little bit. You remember that movie, Hulk Hogan and Zeus?
Yes. Over the top. Was it Over the Top? I think it was Over the Top.
Over the Top is the one with Rocky Balboa with the arm wrestling.
Yeah. You're right. I forgot.
I forgot the name of that one, but yeah. So
did y'all make your own belts? Because we did. We used it. We made like paper bags.
Yeah.
And used aluminum foil.
Yeah. Belts, man. All of that stuff, man. And, man, that was just part of it, bro. That was part of it, man. We did that. We made bow and arrows in the backyard.
Yeah.
Creek in our front yard, man. We would go in the creek, you know, try to catch fish and stuff in it, man. So, like I said, it was a lot different then, man. Like I remember all of that stuff, man. A lot different like that.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of our generation is that it helped us with people skills.
Absolutely.
Because we wanted to be outside, we wanted to play,
right?
As long as we could, and it just helped us later as adults, which I think kind of hindered kids nowadays. Because I think kids in the generation, they lack the people skills. Because like a lot of them rather be on their phones or be in their room playing Xbox, PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, you know, I'll play my Xbox here and there, whatever. You know what I mean? But again, it's that key ingredient of people skills. Yeah,
no, 100% agree. Because like you used to have to be made to come in the house. You know, it's like, hey, be in the house before the street light.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that now because, like my little girl, like she's homeschooled right now. I'm finna go in there a little bit, check her work, whatever. But she wake up. If I don't go, like I go in there, check her room, make sure she's good. But like I have to physically, like sometimes, like, hey girl, get out of the room. You've been in here for 4 hours. You know, get out the room.
Right.
They're content sitting in their room, chilling, just doing that. You know, like with me, bro. As soon as it hit 8 o'clock in the morning, bro, I was on my bike.
For real.
Yeah, going to my neighbors.
The routine was watch cartoons first.
Yep.
Eat your cereal, the big ass bowl of cereal, whatever you like, whether it was Captain Crunch or Apple Jacks or whatever. And then after you eat your breakfast, you went to play.
Yeah.
And you played the whole day.
Yeah. Ever since, man. Like you had to get told and called to come in the house to eat. That's how much, about playing, man. It was like, right.
And don't get me started about the ice cream truck. When you heard that soundtrack of the Ice Cream Man, it was a rap.
Oh yeah. No, man. So that's what I'm It's a difference now, man. Like you try to tell me, hey man, go outside and play, but it ain't just them, it's the kids all around.
Yeah, it's crazy because I look outside and I see no kids playing. That's crazy. Like when I grew up, we used to play baseball in the street.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And when the cars would start coming, we would just get off the street. Yeah, and then and start playing.
Yeah, we playing football and
Yeah.
stuff in the road and everything. Yeah, baseball, all that
Manhunt,
stuff, man.
all that stuff. That was the best time to play manhunt was at night.
Yep, yep. And
You know
then
what I mean?
from that, man, to like I said, to like how it is now, man, and it's just they don't be outside. Yeah.
And it's crazy because I know there's been times when, you know, your kids get in trouble. It's like you go to your room and your kid's like, okay.
Yeah, no, they don't care nothing about that. Yeah, going to the room.
You tell us that when we were little kids, that was like a death sentence.
Yeah, that was hell. You have to go to your room. I remember like the worst punishment I ever had, man. My dad wouldn't let me leave off the front porch. I had this,
For real.
my dad was like, and my dad was petty. He was like, yo, you can't leave off the front porch. But he would let all my friends come down and he was like, hey, yeah, y'all want to come in the yard? Come on in the yard and play.
Right.
My friends play in my yard and I can't leave off the front porch.
Right.
And my dad would give me options for punishments, man. He'd be like, you can get a spanking. You can write 200 times. You won't do it no more. You can stay in your room, or you can have the front porch punishment. He had made that one. You can have front porch punishment. Like, dang. And my oldest brother, he was smart. He was like, man, just give me my little 3 licks. I'm out. I was like, nah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you get there and he was done. And I was like, nah, bro, I don't want no spanking. I was like, let me see that porch punishment. I didn't know how long it lasted. I didn't know how long it lasted. I should have asked that before I accepted that punishment.
Right.
If it was just like a day, I could have did a day. You know, give me
Right.
eat that little day. But it's a long time, bro. Like, and then
No, I feel you.
out of those punishments, let's say if you want to get, let's say the porridge punishment was supposed to be for 3 weeks. You can get out early with a whipping. But you can still serve time. So you're in this awkward spot where you're like, do I finish time on the porch? Or do I just go ahead and get this whipping and get out and get released early from this? It was you know, it was weird, man.
Yeah, it's crazy that a lot of us didn't grow up to be lawyers because of that.
Right. Crazy, man. Like I said, man, I tell my kids all the time, they be like, no, your grandma, grandpa weren't like that. I was like, y'all don't know. Like,
you don't know. Yeah, that's right. Because it's like night and day. It's like when they become grandparents, they're like the coolest people.
Oh yeah, they relax. They laid back. They don't care no more. They just laid back. You know what I'm saying? It was like, ooh, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. It's cool. But now, when I was growing up, nah, man. I say all the time, children seen, not heard. I heard that so many times growing up. But why you in grown folks' business? Get out of here. Right from the jump, man. But, yeah, man. But, shoot, man. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for jumping on. What kind of words of wisdom do you have for dads who wants to like share their content when it comes to the comedy world? Because I think you do a good job of telling a story, but not divulging too much.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. Try to tell the story, not at the same time don't embarrass your kids, and make it funny, and also always talk about yourself a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody ever got to be the bad guy in it, make yourself the bad guy in it, not your kids. You know what I'm saying? Let someone else make the, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe your kids did that. But you know what I'm saying? I'd rather me be the bad guy. And then that just makes it more, you know, easier for everyone, especially this time, to kind of just swallow it and have it. And whatever you find out your niche or whatever, however you put it, just stick with it. Just keep working on it. And it'll eventually, you know, it'll always pay off. Don't get discouraged, man. Just keep doing it. And just, you know, do your thing. Find out what you like to do, man, and just keep doing it. That's
dope, man. And then last thing, where can people find you on TikTok, IG, YouTube? If you have a website, let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I made it real simple, man. You can find me on all social media that I'm on by just simply, it's my name, Brandon_Rainwater, or either Brandon Rainwater, and I'll pop up. Just kept it real simple, so you ain't got to be trying to guess. You ain't got to remember it. Just remember my name, Brandon Rainwater, and check me out, man. Give me a shout out, tag me, let me know. Y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem. Then also, I'll tell people, wait out for that new R&B album coming out, Brandon Rainwater on TikTok Records.
It's coming out, bro.
It's coming out. And you know, on that album cover, you got to do that lay down pose, like a lot, you know, all those hot R&B albums back in the days.
80s, I'm doing all the Johnny Gill poses, bro. All of them. Johnny Gill, L.B. Pure, all the boy groups from back in there. It might even do some 112, some Boys to Men. You feel me? I'm doing all of them. Ralph Trent.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. We got to do this again, man.
For sure, man. Be good. Be blessed.
You too, brother. Thank you, man.